Close video. Alec Baldwi claimed he did pull the trigger the set of rust, but GU experts say that a revolver firig without the trigger beig pulled is ulikely. IA preview for a upcomig televised tell-all. Baldwi addresses the fact that he was holding a GU that was somehow loaded with a live bullet that should have bo the set at all, let aloe IA actors had. The October 21 icidet left ciematographer Halya Hutchis dead. Ad director Joel Souza ijured. Durig the preview, which is heavily edited for the purpose of teasig, the larger iterview that's set to air Thursday. Eveig, the emotioal. Baldwi states uequivocally that he did pull the trigger. The trigger wasn't pulled. I didn't pull the trigger, Baldwi told George Stephaopoulos. He adds, no, I would ever point a GU at io ad pull the trigger. Never. The Sata Fe Sheriff's Department said it is awaiting results from the FBI which would shed light on how the GU could have been fired, whether that was just pulling back the hammer, which hits the firig pie, just pulling the trigger or both. Just go off, Sheriff Ada Medoza told Fox News Digital. So whatever needs to happy to manipulate the firearm, he did that. Ad it was his hads. The fourth search warrant released by the Sata Fe Sheriff's Department shows armorer Haah Gutierrez Reed suggested someone the set had potentially pulled the hammer back the .45 Colt revolver during her interviews with police. We had the GU the whole time before that. Ad othig happied, ad I was there, ad they were at eve supposed to be pulling the hammer back, Gutierrez Reed was quoted saying the search warrant. October, a weapons expert told Fox News Digital that size rust is set the 1880s, productio could be usig a sigle-actio revolver appropriate for the time period. It's be reported that the GU Baldwi was holding is a F.LLI Pietta Log Colt 45 revolver. BSP, weapons armorer Brya W. Carpenter told Fox News Digital Wednesday firig a revolver like the OE Baldwi was reported to be holding without pulling the trigger would be rare. I order to make it fire, you have to put your thumb up out of the hammer, cock the hammer all the way back, add the as the hammer is completely cocked back, the you pull the trigger add the GU fires, Carpenter explained. So that's very important because that GU had to have two-step process to fire. It had to be cocked add the trigger pull to fire. So you have the GU cocked, Carpenter explained it does take much to pull the trigger. You cock the hammer back OE of those old West Gus, it does take a lot to set that trigger off, he told Fox News Digital. They're very light triggers. The motor day Glock Hadgu has around a 5-poud trigger pull, according to Carpenter, whereas OE of those old Westers could have a 2-poud trigger it, which is half or less to half of what a motor GU has, he said. Film ad prop historian Michael Corrie explained to Fox News that firig a revolver without pulling the trigger would require a mechanical failure. The hammer needs to be fully locked to the rear for the weapon to functio, Corrie explained. Which necessitates mal operatio of the weapon. Beig is yet ukow mechanical failure, this weapon did fire itself, he stated, adding that, for the hammer to travel forward at all, the trigger has to be depressed. Some major mechanical failure takes place. BSP, Fox News Digital has reached out to Baldwi ad Gutierrez Reed for comment. Fox News' Tyler McCarthy contributed to this report.